Well, I'm not sure their opponents seem to have the answer,
What do you have
to be
to
honest.
Chris?
They can't seem to get a foothold in this game.
Bolognese.
Interception.
No,
Just
I
bolognese?
I don't want
Well,
bolognese.
with spaghetti, I say spaghetti pasta.
Pasta.
I feel like that's a key part of it.
Lewandowski. The attack
Yeah, but I didn't want to say, I went to say spaghetti, but then it's not spaghetti. But it's pasta, and pasta bolognese just doesn't sound right.
You know what, you could have just said pasta.
Chris,
I
I
think
think
that
it's alright what you
sounds-
said, mate. Don't let Matty get you.
I've never heard anyone have pasta and describe it as bolognese before.
I've never heard someone have bolognese and just say pasta.
Yeah, I agree. I think bolognese is we are not doing well in this game. Zero shots, 29% possession.
Oh,
Still rather say pasta than bolognese.
I just feel like this is a weird hill to die on, Matty.
yeah.
I don't know how I'm dying on it, to be honest. It
I feel like you're slowly getting towards
feels like
who bores me pasta.
if I said I'm having pasta, who cares what kind of pasta you're having?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but I also don't disagree with what Chris is saying. I don't think either are
At the
controversial
same time,
enough.
why do you always have to have bolognese with pasta?
You don't, Granny.
So the bolognese is the most important part in that.
No, it's not.
The spaghetti's just a type of pasta.
You could have bolognese. You could have bolognese with something else. I'm not saying spaghetti. I
What
said
have you had
pasta.
bolognese with that isn't... I'm not saying it doesn't, that meal doesn't exist, but what else are you having bolognese with that isn't pasta?
Well, you're filling in some blanks there, Chris. You're leaving that to us. Whereas you say pasta, that pretty much sums up the whole.
Pasta what, tuna? Chicken?
Who cares?
I think you've just lost this argument, Matty.
I honestly don't know how. I need to reevaluate the people I have in my life. If you think bolognese is a better description of pasta than pasta.
Well, there was substantially more bolognese than there was pasta.
Yeah. I don't understand this at all. If I'd had like a beef stew with some mashed potato, and you said, "What have you had for dinner, Reese?" and I say mashed potato, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
If you had steak and chips, what do you had? Chips.
You'd be like, you say the primary thing.
Yeah.
The primary thing is pasta.
No, it's not. The primary thing
Yes,
is
it
bolognese.
Yes, it is. You wouldn't have bolognese without pasta, but you'd have
You
pasta
wouldn't have
without
pasta without
bolognese, wouldn't you?
bolognese. Just dry pasta.
Oh, I am
with
just-
your salad. With just
You'd have
plain
there's other
pasta.
types of pasta.
I know
Like
he's a
other things
vegan,
you
but
have
he's
with
not
pasta.
that bad.
There's other things you have with pasta than bolognese.
Which is
There's
why you
not
say
other things you have with
bolognese.
bolognese.
Yeah.
You've literally just supported our
Your
argument.
own point.
The Joe thing all over again.
You've literally
No,
just
it's not.
said there's other
No,
things you have with
I didn't
pasta.
say
There's
that.
nothing
I
else-
said this. No, we said
There's
that.
nothing else you have with bolognese. So you've just proven my point.
It's just why I think it's weird that you said bolognese and not pasta.
No, you're wrong, mate. You're just wrong.
You've got to be
Straight up
doing this
wrong.
on purpose now.
Let's see if it helps the opposition.
This has got to be on purpose.
Never once described. What did you have? If I had spaghetti bolognese, right, and someone went, "What did you have?" I went, "Bolognese."
Yeah,
No,
because I didn't have
'cause I was-
spaghetti.
that's the point.
You didn't have. Well,
If
yeah, but
Chris was having spaghetti with it, then it would have been fine to describe it as spaghetti. However, he noticed that one of the primary ingredients of spaghetti bolognese is the spaghetti. So he just said bolognese.
but he's had pasta with it. He's had a replacement of the spaghetti.
Do you also want me to list that there was little bits of bacon in there and a little bit of
No, I
carrot?
just don't want you to. The overall meal is pasta. If you
So
looked at a
Chris-
menu, right,
hold
and it
on.
had bolognese down the thing. it
Yeah,
would be
I
under
just heard
pasta.
that, Reese. I just heard that.
Well,
Little bits of bacon in there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
veggie bacon.
Right, okay. So if
if you were to go in a restaurant and you say, "Can I have bolognese, please?" They go, what are you doing about? Pasta bolognese?
no, if
Spaghetti
you went to a
bolognese?
restaurant and said, "Can I have pasta?" they go, "Well, which fucking one?"
Yeah. If you go and say bolognese, they know what you want.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jeff.
it falls under the category of pasta. Right?
Hold on,
Nothing.
hold on.
It does
Yeah,
not fall under the
exactly.
category of
That's
bolognese.
exactly the point. It's a
Exactly.
type of pasta, so I don't need to say it's pasta. I just say fucking bolognese, and you know it's pasta.
What's that? What type of pasta do you think you had, Chris? Did you have like the thin, kind of cone? I don't know what you'd call that.
I'm gonna Google
Tubular.
types.
Like tube. I don't know what that one is called.
Pen. Pen.
Yeah. So if I went, Chris, what did you have for tea? And Chris just went, pen.
A lovely ball.
Would that have been alright?
You would have preferred that to bolognese.
To be honest, what I prefer is to just say pasta.
At least I'm gonna let you click
I'm
this one.
not
Okay?
saying that it doesn't work. I'm just saying it's a weird thing to say.
Moving forward
So
effectively.
you are changing your argument here.
No,
I've changed it multiple times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did say it doesn't work, and now you're saying it does work. I just prefer you say pasta. Like,
And over comes the corner.
Well, okay then, fine. I concede that it works as knowing what it is. I just think it's a weird thing to say.
I think if he'd had maybe just a tomato sauce with a pasta, or maybe just like a creamy sauce with a pasta,
Yeah.
at that point is when you would just say pasta.
Oh yeah,
Bolognese-
so what if you just went and had
Bolognese isn't
sauce?
a
It's the same as saying I had
standard-
bolognese. I had sauce.
No, it's not, because bolognese isn't just a sauce.
But it's what you put with pasta.
Exactly. So you knew there was other pasta.
So if he'd had spaghetti bolognese,
Yeah.
would saying spaghetti bolognese have been alright? Or should he have just said pasta?
Honestly, I'd have just took spaghetti.
You took spaghetti at that point. This is,
Yeah,
this is
I
a
mean,
maddening
That's the type of pasta.
That's a maddening system.
Yeah, but that's the meal.
It's not the meals, the
It's not the
bolognese.
meal. The meal's the bolognese. The spaghetti.
if you literally just go in to fucking Subway and say, "Make me a sandwich,"
No, it's when you talk. You have to specify when you.
I then care what he had for food. I'm not applying a limitation to how much I care. If I go, what do you have for tea? And Chris went, I had pasta with a tomato sauce. I would go, whoa, ho, ho, too much information. Fucking didn't tell us your life story, mate.
I feel like just pasta's too broad of a thing.
yeah, I feel like if you're bothering enough to ask, then you should be bothered about what type of pasta.
Yeah.
I'm happy to accept that you can't see that you're wrong.
Our next pro club theme is going to be like called Bolognese or something.
Glow's going to be so happy to know that he's not alone now.
I just think these are weird.
I'm just going to go back to the point of, would you call lasagna pasta?
It is pasta.
It's like, yeah, but you wouldn't just say
I don't quite
pasta.
understand that argument.
You wouldn't just say pasta for it though.
It's like
You'd
it's
say,
like we,
oh, lasagna?
No, I'd say lasagna. What I was saying is, when you talk about the lasagna, that's the whole thing. So the whole thing that Chris had was pasta and bolognese.
But
That's
the
the whole
bolognese
thing.
was a
But to
pretty
me,
key ingredient.
But to me, why would you miss out the pasta? You just say what you
know
had.
that he's
don't
not going to
think you
have
know he's
bolognese
having
by
pasta.
himself.
I've already said I'd had pasta.
do you think he's just having a bowl of
I-
bolognese? Just
I'd
like,
said I had
slurping
pasta.
it.
Genuinely, this might just be me, but in my entire life, I've never heard anyone say that just like I had bolognese.
This is the worst argument I've ever heard. I don't even care. Like, it doesn't matter. You could have said anything.
We do now care.
I'm gonna level with you. I don't care in the slightest either, but I'm still gonna argue my point.
Your point is wrong though.
What you haven't?
Without the
What'd you have?
pasta, it wouldn't be
Mince.
fucking pasta.
Just about
Exactly
the bolognese.
don't know, maybe my pasta ratio is quite different to how you normally have pasta.
I think what it boils down to is I just care more about other people than you do. You know, I was quite interested to find out what type of pasta he had, you know? That's not too much information for me. If I'm asking him what he wanted to, you know, I'm fine with it.
It's pretty boring though, isn't it?
Not for me. I thought it was quite interesting, you know? I'm going to have my tea soon. I don't know what to have. I thought I'd ask Kris, see if I give us any
I just had during those last couple of the games? Pasta.